Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is...
Down. 50. Plant. Cut. 5.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
6-man. Check curl. Watch the end.
Go on.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
16 yards at first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Offense.
So that'll back them up 5. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Hey, wahoo!
He'll drop to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And this will not be enough on 3rd and 5. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know.
And coughed it out and picked up by the Chargers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offensive backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw.
Good one, let's go. Let's go.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Charlie, and Lobo.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
Go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Steps away. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
I'm coming.
Hey, exit.
Check safety.
Go.
Watch the room.
Go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they have the football and will take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Defense. 80 weapons. Hey, Haywood. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry.
Five. 30 base. Yo. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Go.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 52 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
No, check that. Hey, high 7.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll look to throw. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, Alpha!
52's the mic, boys. 55.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its
rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Recon, 132 fighter. Look, squeeze.
They'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's... Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Look at me. Go. Shoot.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll set up to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Sack City, baby.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna and Wosu. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it's going to be second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
12 yards there and a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he'll take it across midfield. So now the Browns down by 10, a minute 39 to go. Can they take advantage of the late carelessness? We'll see as they've got a first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Second and 15. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final two plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 30. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, it's...
On the set.
Check 59. Check tight.
Hey, exit. Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's second down.
60 outlaw. Hey, C6.
Second and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Avery.
Good job.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a second and 14. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tim Williams. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He's able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40.
It's out time. It's out time, guys. It's out time.
Go.
Second and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Coming to you. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Hey, Alpha.
Check 59, Mike.
Now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Leo.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 2nd and 11. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20.
We got this.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. Scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And with this deficit, You can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Watch the pass. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
They'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive.
And he's going to go down again. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the Browns getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 59. Mike is 50.
Hey, Will. Up to go.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking for Landry that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Clear. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50. the 30, past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
50, plant.
Mike 59.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike.
Looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
High 7. Come. You're out.
Exit. Shift. Check 9.
Put up.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Defense.
So they declare.
All day, every day.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to be. Oh, that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad. See the Desmond here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus.